Everyone good? Okay. Luke, is Luke set up yet?
Yeah, Luke is in here. Luke, welcome.
Yo.
You had a coffee shop again, right?
Actually, there's a big ass match today, so I had to leave the cafe. I'm in the parking lot once again.
Awesome. Well, that's that. I mean, wherever we can have you, we'll have you, man. Well, yeah. If you want to go ahead and Mickey, you want to switch over, and he'll share with you. And
All right, should I share screen, right?
yes, yeah, we'd love to see your screen, and we have about 135 people on YouTube here that'd love to get your insight on how you use some of the Luxalgo indicators to trade here.
I'm gladly happy to show every one of them. So can you guys see my screen? Everything's good?
1 sec, let me pull you up, and you should be good to
All
go there, sir. Yeah, you're good.
I'm good. Yeah, everything's good.
Oh,
All
he's
right,
already
guys,
in a short right now. Wow, look at that. Incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna close all this. Don't worry about this, guys. This is all on paper right now. This is on paper, so don't join, don't go in, don't go out. But before I want to start, I just want to show how powerful Luxalgo is. Like, guys, I had 3 accounts opened in the past 2 days, and I've managed to pass this account just using Luxalgo Premium. Just this strategy that I'm gonna show you as using the Premium concept indicator, and another 2 accounts that I just opened now, which are almost halfway through. So guys, this is possible. Just stick to the strategy, the strategy that, like, for example, the one Mickey showed, Jacob showed. Stick whatever strategy that you feel comfortable with, and don't change it if you get a loss. It's okay, because nobody can win all the time. You can lose, you can win, but always make your risk is more, make sure your risk is more than 2 RR. So whatever you lose, you're always in profit. Okay, so now, as per usual, let's close everything. This is a paper. Let's remove all the drawings. As usual, we start with the daily, guys. So at the beginning of this week, we had something interesting which Luxalgo was able to depict once again beautifully for us, and that is the Chosh. So which showed us that at the start of the week, we are starting to go bearish. So we were going really up, guys, and then suddenly we had a change of character, right? So this change of character on the daily is huge for us. If you guys remember a few weeks ago, we also depicted that the market will be going downhill in a bearish for the next 1 or 2 weeks, and it actually did. And
Oh, might have lost you for a sec.
from yeah. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah, we lost you for a second there. I'll chime in if we lose your connection there, but you're good now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, and in the past few weeks, we mentioned that we had a live together again on Luxalgo, and we showed that we had formed a market structure shift here, or change of character, followed by FVGs. This shows us that the market will no longer be going up; it's going to start going down. And we made the reason I'm explaining this is because we're having a similar scenario right now, which I'll explain in a minute. But we had a target. We always target the lows. The algorithms will want to offload their very huge position size, like in millions or billions almost. And the places that they can do this is at equal lows. So at here, as you can see, price started to bumble up again here, but the maximum was around here. And we took this, we depicted this on the live, and thankfully the whole week it was going in our direction until it hit our maximum target equal lows. The reason behind this is that because people longing, they'll put a stop loss at the below of these equal lows, and people shorting, they'll put their stop loss below above these equal highs. And therefore, yeah, as you can see, we actually hit this target and the price started to reverse. Now, thankfully, just the start of this week, I think on September 20, just exactly a week ago, we managed to form a change of character once again with strong space candles, followed by a follow-up red candle. This is awesome, not necessary, but this is awesome to see. And we have FVGs behind it, guys. So this will start to show us that the market is once again going for the bearish side. So that's not enough for us. How can this idea or scenario be fully depicted? Again, we will have to have nice targets, because without targets the algorithms will not go in. And since the market is controlled by algorithm most of the time, where would be our targets, guys? So one of the targets, I mean, like I said, equal lows will be our best target. So we have equal lows here, actually relative equal lows. I say relative because the line is a bit slanted, but they still count. Maybe less, a bit weaker than the equal lows, but still working. As you can see, guys, the price straight ahead went to take these lows and now starting to reverse a bit. But what's our maximum target, guys? Our maximum target is equal lows by definition. So these ones over here, we have, do you guys notice anything strange here? We have triple equal lows. So that is crazy. So this is a target that the algos will wanna get the price, they will want to deliver the price all the way up to. And another thing you guys notice is that we have a fair value gap here, beautifully again depicted by Luxalgo, so you don't have to do all this manual work. It does everything for you, and this chart is so simple. You can follow it in like a minute, less than 60 seconds. You will have your overview, your bias, not just for the daily but for the upcoming week. And so this could be a very great target for us to keep shorting. And so yeah, that's keeping that in mind. Now we can go onto our 5 minutes. And since we bearishly overall, what this means is that you can take both sides, both longs and shorts, but always your shorts will be normal size. If you're a risk trader, you can go heavy on them, but your longs, you can take longs when the opportunity arises, but they should be less than your normal size. So they should be smaller in size, and your maximum target will no longer be valid. So your maximum target should be lower than what it usually is. So don't expect the price to hit your maximum target if it's in a long, but in the short you can expect it to hit it very smoothly. So today, those trades that I showed you guys on TradeAway, let me just close this, I actually took them today just following our normal strategy that is posted in the strategies section, which is a sweep. Number 1, sweep. 2, followed by change of character. 3, entry at the FVGs. So guys, let me just go ahead and remove this. So what happened here in the morning in the New York AM session just a few hours ago, we swept the London. So you guys see, this is for those that don't know, we have 3 sessions: London, New York AM, and New York PM, a small one right here that opened an hour ago. So we have a high, a low, a high, a low, and a high and a low. These 6 extremes are areas of huge liquidity, and the algos, they always try to target these liquidities in order to fulfill their positions. Just think of like you have a Ferrari and you have like a nice few people that attract you, like 100 meters ahead. If your car doesn't have the fuel, you cannot essentially, even if you have a Ferrari, all that goodness, all that luxury, you cannot move forward. You cannot get it to the target you want. So same likewise on the charts. The algos, in order to fulfill their positions and go all the way where they want, they must be able to get this liquidity. In other words, fuel. So beautifully, as simple as possible. This is as simple as this can get. We open the session. By the way, the settings are all in the post. You guys can go and refer to it. We have sessions. We have Luxalgo price action concepts 1 and 2. One shows bullish and the other shows the bearish. So we don't. That's even to oversimplify and declutter the chart. So step 1 here on the London, we swept the London low. So we took all these liquidities by these wicks over here, right? That was step 2. That was step 1. Step 2, we were waiting for a chosh, right? And all of these is possible by just setting alerts on the price action concepts. You can go ahead and add an alert, so you don't have to watch a chart. And here, a few minutes later, like I don't know, these are 5 minutes, yeah. Like 15 minutes later, we were able to get a beautiful chosh over here. Now these choshes, they have what do you call it? Like validity. So how can we be sure that these change of characters are actually valid? 1, the liquidity must be swept. Any chosh, whether bearish or bullish, without liquidity sweep, they are less likely to work. 2, the chosh must be formed by strong displaced candles. As you can see, guys, strong displaced candles. Like what I mean by displaced is that they jump from one place to the other, and they close above strongly, very strongly, as you can see. So this is a valid chosh that we can take entries. Actually, little bit valid. The third step that to make it actually fully valid is a fair value gap. In other words, imbalance. So did it leave any imbalance here? Yes, it did leave imbalance here. I'm gonna show you guys that it did. The reason that it's not shown here is because this candle over here closed below it, so it mitigated it. But if I go ahead and show you guys like this, in a second, during like while you're live trading, you will see it pop up right here. Awesome, you guys see it, right? So let me get out of this for a second, and then yeah, this is where we take our entries. So we put our long tool at this candle that actually went inside the FVG, which is not shown here, but I just showed you guys that it's present, and we'll put our stop loss. If you want to be a less risk trader, you can put it at the bottom of the candle that formed the FVG. All right, so this is a very good place to put your stop loss. You can of course put it here, just decrease your size. It's possible. You can just instead of going with 1 mini on the Nasdaq, you can go with like half a mini, or like five micros, 1 micro. If you're on the Forex, you can go, instead of 1 whole lot, you can go with like half a lot, or like 10% of your actual size, in order to compensate all this stop loss. All right, so we were a bit lucky. We were almost getting stopped out, and our target would have been this London high. Thankfully, the price kept going, delivering us all the way up to here, up to these equal lows, around 1,000 ticks. That's a 6 RR. That was a beautiful trade. Of course, you would not hold your trade all the way up to there. Most of us will freak out and get out as soon as we see some green. It's normal. It's a part of human psychology. That's why we take partials. So partials at these swing high, another partial at the London high, maybe another partial. Maybe you can leave it like a runner all the way with your stop loss at break even. So you have a riskless trade, as well as partials of profits that you managed to cap, right? So this was a very great trade today, and the reason why this is pumping very hard is because we have, I think, Powell speaking in a bit, so the price will start to go up in order for them to start shorting it. This is not knowledge. I mean, this is just an idea of mine. I think that is what is getting played around here. So now I'm going to show you guys another setup, which that I took and I showed you guys at the start of this trade, at the start of this live stream, where I was in a position. The way this happened is, again, let's go ahead and now turn off the price action concepts for the longs. Since, guys, we were able to take the London high, and then we start. That was step 1. Step 2 was looking for a chosh. So we got a chosh right here. Keep in mind, guys, this New York PM session was not open during the time of the trade. We were right here. So our previous session was London. This is the first chosh we got. So that was step 2. We got step 2. Is this chosh valid? Yes, it took the liquidity of the London here. 2, it formed displaced candles, really strong candles, closing below the swing low, hence the chosh, but it's strongly spaced candles. That was step 2 of the validity. Step 3, did it leave any fair value gaps behind? Yes, guys, it did. It left one here, it left another one here. If I if I go back all the way to here, you guys will be able to visualize this chosh right here, right? So that step 3 of our trading setup is entry at the FVG, at the first FVG we see. So let me get out here. The reason it's not shown once again is because it is mitigated. All right. So we took our entry right here. As soon as this candle closes, it's like this is the candle that went inside the FVG. We put our stop loss again. This is a good place. You can put it at but the best place you should put it is you should put it in a place where all the FVGs are taken into account, because price might want to revisit these FVGs to fill them partially, halfway, or fully before going back down. So this was a good setup, and the price delivered us almost 270 ticks. It almost came down. We entered right here, and the price started delivering, and the market started delivering price very aggressively, leaving behind fair value gaps which you could take entries once again. For example, the price went all the way down, it went back up. This would have been a nice entry, re-entry. But your stop loss must be smaller, and it doesn't have to take into account all of this because that would be a huge stop loss. So you could take a small entry like this and then aim all the way however it's long. But that was a good trade of 270 ticks. So yeah, you see guys, in one day, almost in one session, or like just one day, I was able to take a long and a short. That was 2 trades. That's more than enough for the whole day. And so since we have 6 highs and lows, so high and low and London low, that gives us 6 trading opportunities to take in a day. So don't worry if you miss this trading here, this setup over here, which delivered almost 1000 ticks. That could be like a home runner. Don't worry, we just got a chosh that we could take for a short. And again, once the price reaches all the way back to the New York AM session, we can take a long. And you can do this for as long as the opportunity arises, given that the setup is a valid setup. Do not rush, do not FOMO in, because like I said, you can take both sides if you happen to miss one of them. So that's the strategy. It's the same strategy. The settings are all in the post.
Yeah, if you don't mind, can you show them where in the Discord by chance right there on your Discord?
Sure,
it's up to you. You don't have to, but
well, of course. On the Discord, you can go to Luxalgo channel, server. You can scroll down all the way to Pro Strategies, and if it's not shown up yet, you can scroll down or search for Sweep. It should show up by Mickey over here. Awesome. And now you can go ahead to the start of the. You can go ahead to the very start, or you can go to the to the pinned messages. In the pinned messages, I made it easier for you guys to just plug and play. So you go ahead and open this trading view chart. Once you click it, it will automatically apply all the trading settings, all the 3 indicated settings for you. So you don't have to manually enter them. But otherwise, if you want to check it like by hand, you can go ahead and go into the first post, check it like add this, remove this, this is the setup, this is the settings. But like I said, it's much easier and much practical to just click this link, and then on TradingView it will show you a loadout, which you can click the copy button, and there you go, you will have all these settings ready for you. So plug and play, ready to roll and ready to trade. Okay.
Well, we appreciate it, Luke. Thanks for joining and sharing that strategy. And wow, yeah, what a trade today. That's a great example.
Yeah, very well. Guys.
But yeah, thanks for joining in. And guys, of course, if you want to go, chat with Luke and Mickey, you can in the Discord. But he is in the Pro Strategies. That is part of the VIP section, which you do get access to when you sign up for the indicator. But he's in that chat, in that feed of the Pro Strategies under the sweeps of previous sessions section, and constantly talking in there. So you can join that the way he showed you there. But yeah, Luke, thanks for joining us, and
you're very welcome.